And welcome back to the Hot Lap. Pretty much breaking news for today. The FIA versus the world, seemingly. Mercedes are considering legal action against the FIA. We've got Lewis branding the FIA as unacceptable and Susie Wolff demanding change from the FIA. And this is all as a result of those allegations in relation to that breach of confidentiality that the FIA have said we are officially under investigation. Was Susie Wolff and Toto Wolff investigating the matter, and then very much not investigating the matter shortly after the 9 other Formula One teams have said, wasn't us, we never made an issue out of it, despite the FIA suggesting that it was people from Formula One teams coming to them about the problem. So this was about a day ago. The FIA have ended their investigation into Toto Wolff, having found no evidence of a potential breach of confidentiality. This is on planetf1.com. And as we know, the sports governing body announced on Tuesday that it was looking into media reports of an alleged sharing of confidential information between Mercedes team principal and his wife and F1 Academy managing director Susie Wolff. The accusations were strongly decided by Mercedes' Wolff before a prominent source told planetf1.com that the investigation was not only based on media report originating from the Business F1 magazine article, but that multiple team principals had complained. And this was later denied by the other 9 teams, who each put out an identical statement confirming no such complaint was made and gave their support to Susie. And the FIA has now said they are satisfied with the robustness of the Formula One management code of conduct and are drawing the matter to a close. So what was seemingly somewhat controversial, lots of maybe witnesses, suggestions that team principals were involved, although I'm not sure, to be fair, to clarify, the FIA, I'm not sure whether they said what the sources actually were. I think we're just suggesting it. So apologies on that front. But this is the FIA where, for example, they took weeks and weeks to decide what was going to happen to Michael Massey after 2021, when it was fairly obvious that he'd done something wrong, but only a couple of days for this. But as a result of this, it's Mercedes that are looking, and Toto Wolff, again, this is on planetf1.com, for legal exchange. So Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff has confirmed that a legal exchange with the FIA is active regarding their recent investigation. And as we know, the FIA caused this stir, releasing that statement earlier in the week. And it says planetf1.com has sought to clarify the reasons behind the investigations, considering a lack of credibility from that publication, Business F1. We already mentioned it. And we're told by a prominent FIA source that the multiple team principals had also complained. Now, all teams later released identical statements to deny this, and the FIA confirmation that the investigation had basically been closed. The story, though, has not ended there. Wolff has now confirmed the speculation that Mercedes will look to explore legal options in regards to this investigation. And with proceedings now active, Mercedes has requested respect for the upcoming period of silence on the matter, as they are looking essentially of what to do and in due course. But it's not only Toto who's unhappy. At the prize-giving gala in Baku, Hamilton was interviewed, and he said it's been a challenging week. Hamilton has been critical of the FIA multiple times, and, again, he said, I think a disappointing week, really, to see that the governing body of our sport has sought to question the integrity of one of the most incredible female leaders we've ever had in our sport. With Susie Wolff, without questioning, without any evidence, he said, and then just saying sorry at the end. So he's basically saying they pretty much accused Susie without speaking to her and without any evidence, and then kind of just saying sorry, and that's it. And that's just unacceptable. We've got a lot of great people within the sport, and they are doing an amazing job, and they're doing amazing work. There is a constant fight to really improve diversity and inclusion within the industry. And, I mean, Susie Wolff has obviously come out as well, and is almost suggested, because she's the wife of Toto Wolff, and potentially a female, misogynist. She used, I think, in her initial statement when it came out, we reported on it. And Susie Wolff has more to say. She's responded and said the sport deserves better from its governing body. Wolff said, when I saw the statement issued by the FIA yesterday, my first reaction was, is that it? For 2 days, insinuations have been made about my integrity in public and through background briefings, but nobody from the FIA has spoken to me directly. I might have been collateral damaged, he says, in an unsuccessful attempt on somebody or the target of a failed attempt to discredit me personally. But I've worked too hard to have my reputation called into question by an unfounded press release. We've come a long way as a sport. I was extremely thankful for the unified support, of the Formula One teams. I've worked with so many passionate women and men from the FIA and F1 who have the best interests of our sport at heart. So where is this going to end with Formula One? I'm just going to refresh the page here to make sure there's nothing new. I mean, as we know, Lewis Hamilton very upset. Susie Wolff, understandably, very upset as well. And I mean, the FA president, this is a couple of hours ago at the time of recording, is set to cut back on gala duties after a medical incident, which is timely. The FA president took ill and suffered a fall and concussion, poor guy, during the week and had been receiving care at a hospital. So, I mean, yeah, condolence. We hope Ben Sullin gets better soon. But I mean, how much of a say did he have in these press releases? And as we know, F1 and the FIA have basically a tenuous relationship at best, especially when you look back at their history. What's going to happen in the future? So stay tuned. This has been the Hot Lap. If you've liked it, subscribe. If you subscribe and like, you are a champion. If you do either of them at the same time, do two of them, you are a multiple world champion. If there's any changes, we will be on it like a car bonnet, you can assure that, and we'll speak to you soon.